Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Philip. If you haven't met me already, my job as a counsellor and a psychologist is to shine a light on all things mental health. Remember to like this video, subscribe to see plenty more to come. So as my channel has been growing, so too have my comments. And I read all the comments. So it's important for me to acknowledge what's going on and to answer and react to some of those questions that you're asking me, and also some of those comments that are maybe not telling me that I'm doing a good job. It's just allowing me to see what's going right and what's going wrong. Number one. This video felt like it was directed at me. Oh, that's really nice to hear. Thank you so much, because all my content, all my videos are directed to everyone. Now that first statement makes me so happy, because I'm so glad that my content is actually allowing people to relate to their lives, to focus on what's going on and to make some changes, to recognize there's something not right, something is right, and then go, okay, this is what I need to do about it. This is about having the optimism, having that power and that freedom is the word I'm looking for, that freedom to do something new. And I would hate for anyone to be limited by their emotions, by that fear, by that dread, by not believing in themselves. You have the power to do anything you want to do. Therefore, start finding change optimistic, exciting, and then you can grow and develop and be that person you want to be. And it's a great comment for me personally as a therapist, because it leads me to see that so many people want to change. They don't want to stay in the same position. So thank you so much for that comment. I legit got stabbed every time I went to sleep, and it's a stop having nightmares video. So this must be a dream, a repetitive dream that someone keeps on having. And dreams are about understanding the emotional response behind the dream, not necessarily the content. So, looking at this comment, it feels like emotionally this user's getting stabbed over and over again, which is a really sad place to be, because if he's getting stabbed over and over again, how emotionally must he be feeling? I guess out of control, scared, fearful of the world. So we need to start to understand where those feelings are coming from, not in the dream, but in the outside world. If every time you go to sleep, you feel you're getting stabbed, or dreaming you're getting stabbed, that's not a nice place to be. And I hope that you're able to understand that emotional response is something that you can change. Oh my God, I understand, Diane Moore. You're everyone's personal therapist, and you're always there to help and listen. But when you vent, you're ungrateful or whiny. Poor Diane. And I wonder if it's not just Diane who is the poor person here, but also anyone that relates to that comment. Because if we're helping people all the time, then people expect us to help them over and over and over again. And then when we want some help and we say, can you help me with something? You're told, oh, you're being whiny, you're ungrateful. They feel that they shouldn't have to help you, because your job has always been to help them. But it's such a shame that so many of us get put into that same basket, always expected to help everyone else and never able to feel that we have any power to get the help when we want it. Next comment. Thank you for the free therapy session. Really needed it. And that's really kind for you to say thank you. But really, this isn't therapy. This is just my interpretation of a show. And if that show can help you to gain a different perspective on your life, fantastic. But if you've got some issues that you need to talk to someone about, go and look up a therapist. It's such a freeing and worthwhile experience, because you'll get some hints and tips along the way from friends, from relatives, from YouTube videos, from me, right? I'm not your personal therapist, because I'm not relating to your personal world. So it's important that if you need help, go out and find it. You deserve to have the time with a therapist who can look after your needs. Here's the deal. Every time I see one of these, I'm just going to dislike. It's cute at first, but mostly consists of them not reacting, but showing off for 20 minutes with barely any actual reference to the content. That's interesting that you say that, because the whole video is me reacting to the content and bringing in a fresh therapeutic perspective. And really, it's about understanding what's going on, not in the actual content, or actually, if you relate that back to yourself, into your own sense of self. It's not about relating it to the situation you're living through, but you need to look past that and go, how am I relating to that situation? Because then you get a fresh perspective of why you're thinking, acting, and feeling the way you do. Just like when someone sees a spider on the floor, some people will be really excited. They'll be, oh, I can't wait, because I love looking at spiders. But some people are scared of spiders. Therefore, they're going to be scared and want to run away from them. Two very different responses from the same spider. And looking at this comment, it seems like you're feeling frustrated at React videos. And I'm sorry if you didn't feel this was relevant to you. I'm doing my best at sharing a therapeutic perspective underneath the content. It's not about the content that I'm talking about, or the frustration you're feeling about the content, but let's think about things behind the curtain. What else are you frustrated with in life? Maybe use that frustration in order to change something. If you don't like React videos, as an example, if you see a reaction video, don't click on it. Again, thank you so much for that comment, because it's not about just saying how great I am. It's about me understanding what's going on for all the viewers of my channel. Therefore, this is just as important and just as valuable as any other content. Next, have to disagree with some of these. It feels like these are things that are helpful for people who are a bit depressed, but terrible for people who potentially have something else wrong. And really what that video was about, if I do remember, is about finding time for things that are important for you. It's not about just putting hobbies in and hoping that you're going to feel happy. This comment actually really makes sense to me, and maybe what I need to do is to reflect on this, though, so far, and think, what is it about my content that I need to change in order to stop people feeling guilty about not keeping up with things? Because it's just about finding out what works for some people and what doesn't work. A lot have similar energy to saying, cheer up, it's not that bad. And personally, cheer up, it's not that bad is, I would never say that to anyone, because if someone's feeling bad for something, who am I or anyone else to tell you that you shouldn't feel upset about that thing? It's your personal experience. It's your personal story. So if you want to get upset, be upset. And I always say, never let anyone else tell you how you should feel. That's something that's personal to you. The shouting positivity was probably one of the worst things that for anyone who's thinking of trying that shouting positivity method, please make sure you do it to someone you already know is okay with it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? Because if someone's really sad and you're just saying, be positive, be something more, it's important to relate back to how that person is feeling in that moment. Because if the relate video isn't something that you're in the right headspace or emotional space, and then it's actually going to do more damage than good, because you're just going to be told, be better, be happy, be positive. That's not something that anyone should tell you to be. So yeah, I get that. But in the same respect, it was a way of understanding that you can pick yourself up from this situation. And that's why I included that TikTok in the video, because for me, it led me to feel that no matter who you are, what you're doing, you are special. You can do it. And therefore, believe in yourself. That was, I felt, the intent of the video, and also the intent of me having it in that video. Okay, when he started to talk about Bojack's mother, I knew for sure he's a therapist. I mean, that's a very interesting comment, because so many people say, oh, it's not about my parents, it's not about my mom, it's not about my dad, it's just about what's going on at work or with friends or anything like that. And really, when it comes back to it, the whole mother perspective or parent perspective is based on a theory by someone called Sigmund Freud, who created psychoanalysis. And what he saw was the way that we relate to the world is based on our upbringing, who we are. And that's been expanded further into other theories, talking about how we create models in order to understand the world. And that's not just based on parents, but it's based on, red light means stop, green light means go. That's just a very basic model that we all live by. And it's interesting to see how popular culture has made it feel like all we can talk about is our parents. And remember, the way that we relate to our parents is important, because it gives us an understanding of who we are and where we came from. It's not everything, though. This is just the start of therapy, and something that I do in my sessions, I chart back through someone's life so I can get an understanding of all the ways that they relate to the world. It's important, right? So thank you for recognizing that. And hopefully the intention of that message was to say that I'm doing something right. And why don't you share with me a message in the comment section, and I can do another one of these videos in the future answering your questions and also reacting to your comments. Because remember, I want to hear the good and the bad. I want to know when I'm getting everything right and also when I'm not getting anything right. So remember, you are just as important part of this channel as me or anyone else. It's about us all coming together and sharing our mental health issues so that we can grow and develop together. And if you've enjoyed this video, why don't you let me know by giving it a like and also subscribing to see plenty more videos like this. So make sure you subscribe to see those videos, and also plenty more to come. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.